Yo, what up everybody? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 279. And this chapter did two things for me. The first thing that it did is it confirmed for me my earlier suspicion that Luffy was purposely saved because his body is made out of rubber. Rubber is naturally resistant to lightning, and so it negates anything that Enel is able to use. So now it comes down to physical force, and this is where I'm going to make another prognostication, okay? Enel, every time we've seen him, he's relied on his lightning power, okay? Very skilled, by the way. Like I said, the guy is able to use break down the electric particles and listen in on conversations, so he's honed his ability. But I think that this dude physically, I'm not going to go as far as to say he's weak, but if Enel was a created character, okay, Enel would be that character who is very, I'll use Final Fantasy, he's put all of his experience points into his magic power, okay? I know the devil fruit isn't magic, but I'm just saying, like, if this is a Final Fantasy character, his Logia power, like his Logia fruit power, the Rumble fruit, that would count as a magic ability, okay? And so what happened is he put all of that in there, and he might have put a little bit on physical stuff, a little bit on defense, but most of his stuff was put there. And so when you get to a guy like Luffy, who rubber, yes, but Luffy's also been shown to be strong as fuck. I'm really thinking that's what's going to tip the scale in Luffy's favor. It's almost like this, like Luffy's rubber abilities, like his just the rubber nature of his body, puts them on an evil playing field, and at this point it comes down to who the better fighter is, who the stronger fighter is, and you know it's going to be Luffy. So I like this. Like, this was good. This was good. You know, another way to put this is it kind of comes down to who the better driver is, okay? Like, I remember this was probably about two years back. I'm riding on the interstate, right? And I got this Honda Civic, okay? And this Honda Civic is just going, just, you know, pulling up on me. And, you know, I drive a Mustang. And the thing is, it's like that Honda's lighter, and I can tell the Honda had some work done to it. But, you know, if I wanted to, probably could have smoked his ass. And that would have came down to like that would have came down to like who the better driver is, right? So to put that in perspective for this comes down to who is the better fighter. So I like what we saw right here. I like seeing that. The other thing that I thought was very, very interesting and very good is I like how we saw Luffy. It looked like Luffy dodged the attacks. And at first I thought so too, but then I was like, it's possible that Luffy could have just been hit by those attacks, and because he's made out of rubber, it just phases through him. And we see Enel is getting shook up because Enel's looking at it like, oh my god, he's made out of rubber. His body doesn't work. And I couldn't tell if it was Enel or if it was Nami who was giving the play-by-play. But one of the things that we saw in this is after Enel fires that first blast and it shoots a hole through one of the clouds, you can tell that Luffy got into his head, because he even resorted to name calling, because he said, like, look, I don't think you understand, like, you're nothing special, okay? You know, and he points out Luffy's devil fruit is, you know, basically nothing. Luffy's devil fruit, you know, falls in that category, if I'm not mistaken, it falls in that category of the most widely used, okay? So it's not something super, super rare like Enel stuff. So you have that sense of superiority. And I feel like, once again, that overconfidence is going to be his downfall. But at the same time, I think that part of him is starting to come around to the realization that there is something special about Luffy. Because when Luffy's charging at him, you know, and he's, you know, standing up against him, one of the things that we see is Nami says, Luffy, look out, and Enel just shoots her this look. And she kind of gets back into character. You know, she's been compromised. You know, if Luffy doesn't beat him, he's definitely going to kill her. But what we see out of all of this is he knows, like, there's something about this guy. And even Nami says that, like, this guy Luffy might be the natural enemy to Enel. And so I like how that setup was just there. And I really feel like we could have focused mainly on this instead of seeing Enel comment on what's going on down there at the island, and seeing the stuff on the island take place where everybody's kind of running and the berets are like, oh man, we have to get everybody out. You know, we're gonna find out what happened. You know, Enel, destroyed his homeland before he came here. That was nice information. I feel like we could have done without it. I feel like Enel could have volunteered that. But overall, this was a good chapter, guys. Really, really good. My chapter question for you all is going to be this right here. What were your thoughts about the initial setup? And did you have the same prognostications that I did, that Luffy's rubber makeup would be the natural balance to Enel? And then also, did you make the prognostication that I did, or maybe the guess that Luffy, this fight would come down to physical strength because Luffy leveled the playing field? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. As always, thank you for watching. Have an awesome day.
「